Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for next week. And I hope that last week was pretty good for all of you and a profitable week. So let's look at the website techtradingacademy.com, and then we're going to look at the setups for next week. So if anyone want to join us looking for group training or looking for membership for one-on-one training or looking for group membership, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com. There are levels, two levels. One is group training and the other one is one-on-one training. So if you're looking for one-on-one training or looking for group training and looking for further information, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So if you're looking for links where you can follow me for ideas, updates, and setups, just simply go to my TradingView profile, or you can get all these links from my YouTube channel in the description box. So just simply go to my TradingView profile. You're gonna get all these links under my ideas in this signature box. You can follow me on these links: website, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, and Telegram. You can follow me on these links for ideas, updates, and for setups. All right, now let's move on to the setups. Okay, so let's look at the setups last week we were looking for. All right, so first of all, Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin was correcting, still within a bigger weekly correction. Okay, so we had seen almost 12,000 drop on Bitcoin from 42,000 to 30,000. So we are still within that bigger, weekly corrections. And the important thing is that if you are trading on Bitcoins at these levels and looking for buy, so make sure you understand the volatility and trade accordingly. All right, so we are still within the bigger weekly correction. All right, and within that weekly correction we can see price back at 30,000. So we're going to look at these to the setup for next week as well. So Bitcoin still within a weekly correction, within that weekly correction. All right, so our 4-hour time frame chart is much better. Okay, so this is a weekly correction, not a daily or 4-hour or something like that. We are within a bigger correction, so this might be a start of even much bigger than weekly correction. Okay, maybe very much similar like the 2018 drop. Okay, so pound dollar, we got a good price section in the pound dollar from the top, and it went lower. Hopefully you guys have seen that setup, that chart. There was a short-term sell to medium and longer term opportunity as well on the pound dollar chart. Okay, that was a flat formation pullback and tested that top, and we went short again on it on the pound dollar from the top. All right, but we went short to both of the time when it went up to 37. So that was a good chart. Okay, so we were watching price action even on a 5-minute time frame, and it was testing 137 areas. Okay, so we're gonna look at the next opportunity on this chart for the next week. So far it's doing really well, dropping from the top. Bitcoin, pound and Cad, that was the best chart. And if you guys remember last week, I was asking you to look for short term, one more up leg and then drop from the top. Okay, one more up leg and then test that top and drop. So we are having that drop too. We are having both moves. Okay, we are having bullish leg from that bottom back to that 174.50 and then drop from there. So update going to be there on the Telegram. So Euro New Zealand dollar, okay, we were looking for Euro New Zealand dollar to break out and continue to go higher. We haven't seen breakout. Price went lower for another leg back to these previous bottom, that previous low, slightly gone below that bottom. Okay, and then bounced back. So we are still looking this to bounce up from 168 to 100 and go at least up to 172, 172.50 or 60, or even 173 within those areas. So we're going to look at this chart. This chart is not a best chart at the moment. Okay, but in coming days or to coming weeks, we may see a good opportunity on this chart, a good deeper pullback on this chart. Euro strength against the New Zealand dollar. So we're going to look at that chart too. And then we got a New Zealand dollar against the yen. Okay, so that was a best chart too last week. Okay, so we were expecting that drop to happen. So we got that drop all the way back to that trend line. Hopefully you guys have seen. Unfortunately, that idea was private, but I have, you know, by mistake I have posted that idea private, but I have, you know, already, you know, uploaded that idea on YouTube, and hopefully you guys have gone through that setup. Okay, so that was the trade. We are having that move. Okay, so nice structure, nice pattern formation we are having on the Kiwi against the yen. All right, so it went into that you know, expanding triangle and then went lower. So that was a good chart. Okay, so currently price is testing that trend line. Okay, so this trade is already reached to the target. So we're going to look at the next week. What's going to be the next week opportunity on this chart? So structure is very much clear that which way price can go for next week. Okay, and then the euro yen, unfortunately that idea was also private, but I have uploaded the video on the YouTube as well, and hopefully you have gone through that too. So euro yen was forming a short-term sell opportunity within these areas, so we went multiple times short on this chart. All right, so we went short on this chart from these areas. Okay, so all these areas, then these corrections, okay, and then these shorts. Okay, and then we were looking for that short too. So we got a next leg over there, the leg which we were anticipating. All right, so that was a good chart too last week. Okay, so very much similar like the Kiwi yen, both charts were same. Okay, but this chart went much lower if we compare that chart with the Kiwi yen. All right, because Kiwi is still strong against the yen. Reason because that's because of the commodities. All right, so because commodities prices are gaining. Okay, so this chart going to be much easy for you to understand. Okay, what euro yen has done. Okay, one more lag. Last week we were looking for this to keep pushing lower, keep dragging lower. That's the old, okay, old euro yen chart. We were expecting it to tag 170, 127, 50, those areas. Okay, and then it tagged bottom and then, you know, never looked back. All right, so just went lower. We got simply sharp breakdown on this chart. Okay, that channel just broken down. So that channel. Okay, so we got that breakout. So we're gonna look at the next move on this chart. What next move we may see? Okay, on euro yen. Let's look at the update. All right, so the update. So we got breakout of that channel. Another good opportunity has just gone. Euro yen. So those who missed, you missed. Okay, now let's move on to the, yeah, that was good chart too, but we have seen, I think, last week on this chart, Kiwi, Nasdaq 100 index, that was a good opportunity too. So we have seen that bullish move. Okay, so now let's move on to the charts for the next week. So first of all, just go back and recall your, you know, past trend. What was the past trend and what's happening, what has happened since March, and what we may see in future. All right, so since March, central banks gone back to, I mean, interest rate gone back to zero, super loose monetary policy, central banks are putting money into the market, risk assets are going higher, and risk, you know, safe havens are going down. Okay, that's the, you know, basic which you guys should keep in your mind all the time when you are trading. Okay, so that means risk on assets are pulling back, all right, or correcting, and risk of assets also correcting. Okay, so this might be a good opportunity to go with the trend. Okay, so some dollar pairs are, dollar is getting strong, all right, everywhere, which is giving us a pullback. All right, and that pullback can be a good trade with the previous trend. Okay, the trend which we are having since March and April, since central bank, you know, announced their super loose monetary policy. Okay, so don't forget that. And now let's look at the lower time frame straight away. Okay, so we are having bearish dollar is dropping since March. All right, so we can say that since 18 March from that top, and we are having that you know, bearish descending, we can say that trend reversal wedge. Okay, and within that wedge, last week we were looking for this to either break out or go down for another leg. So we got a breakout on this chart. Okay, we got a breakout on the dollar index. So chart is very much same. Okay, so first of all, going to the lower time frame, let's look at the pattern. Okay, so we still can see another leg lower. Okay, new low. Our price can test that bottom, or we can say that a huge flat formation over there. I have already explained last week that you know, if Fed is going to create a bubble in the market, okay, they are looking to create a bubble in the market so that they can, you know, push the inflation higher, then dollar can drop much lower. All right, so it can visit 2007 or 2009 lows, dollar index. Okay, these lows. So currently we are not anticipating. We are anticipating that the way we have seen strength on the prices of the assets, Fed can intervene in the market at any time, and they can reduce their bond buying program. Okay, and can move on to the tapering quicker than expected, which is going to be good for the dollar, right? Which is going to be good sign for the dollar. So longer term, create that flat formation, bigger flat formation like that. Okay, if not, then give us a bigger correction and keep the trend all the way back to that low. So we are not anticipating that. We are anticipating that dollar to bounce up from current level. Okay, there is another reason why, because Europe is still struggling. We are, you know, inflation is not picking up in the Europe. Okay, and that's going to be a problem. So the lower the dollar going to be worse for the Europe. Okay, so again, counter trend for longer term and continuation with the previous trend. Okay, so while you are looking, you already got the correction over there. All right, so which we were talking about last week. So you are looking another correction over there. Okay, and that correction to continue to keep pushing higher all the way back to that top and break out that wedge and continue to go higher, or another leg lower all the way back to these lows. Okay, with the trend, as I said. So analysis is very much simple, basic concept. Super easy monetary policy, all right, means that weaker dollar, all right, and stronger risk assets. Okay, so this correction, if it is not going to be a nice flag, all right, then at least form that expanding triangle. Okay, expanding triangle, hit that low and then continue to keep pushing higher. Again, counter trend trade, every time when you see that it is forming new low, then you are looking for a counter trend, and when it is pulling back, all right, then continue to go with the previous trend. Okay, so same goes with the euro dollar. If I'm gonna look at the old chart on the euro dollar, okay, so we were looking for euro dollar to find out its top over there around 2021 or 23 areas. Okay, so we got a top over there, yeah, and price last week broken down that ascending channel which we were anticipating to break. Okay, so our next week chart is very much clear. Last week we were anticipating it to either go for a flag or correction over there, breakdown, or another leg higher. Okay, so we simply got breakout over there. Euro was weaker more than any other currency last week. Okay, and for next week, simple analysis. Okay, correct, very much similar like the dollar index. Okay, and breakdown, continue to keep pushing lower. Okay, and go up to 16 first or go much lower. Okay, so this move or the wave which we are looking right now on the euro is currently against the fundamentals which we are having right now. Fundamentals are providing more weaknesses on the dollar, all right, but our pattern, our structure, all right, they are telling us that we have extended a lot on the dollar. Dollar has extended a lot. Dollar weakness has extended a lot. We need a deeper pullback, all right, or maybe, you know, United States can come out from the recession quicker than the other countries. Okay, which also going to give strength to the dollar. All right, so there are many reasons which you can use. All right, everyone going to give you their own reasons. That's the reason why they are bullish on the dollar, why they are bearish on the dollar. Okay, but what we're gonna look price section. What price section is telling us? All right, price section is telling us that euro is struggling to push more higher beyond 124, all right, or 123.50 areas. Okay, so it's forming that very nice ascending wedge. Okay, and when you see that wedge, that means you are having reversals informations, all right. And this is a bigger time frame, you know, wedge, not a 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame. Okay, we can see that it's a daily wedge, all right, or weekly wedge. Means that every time when you see the high within that wedge, okay, there's going to be a reversal opportunity, and whenever price going to come close to the previous trend line, okay, there's going to be a buy the dip opportunity. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this chart, okay, so just simply correct over there, very much similar like this previous correction. Okay, so pull back, all right, so pull back, not bounced off, all right, not bounced off. If it is going to bounce off from that low, okay, then simply go for another leg all the way back to that top. Okay, if correcting, which we are anticipating right now, correct, okay, correction, not bounce off, not impulse, all right, then break the trend, okay, this trend, and go up to 16, all right. So bounce up from there, gonna create a buy opportunity. Okay, bounce up from the trend line, gonna create a buy opportunity. Okay, so correction, gonna create a sell opportunity all the way back to 16. Okay, so right now we are not having correction, we are simply having another leg lower. Okay, we are having simply another leg lower. Friday closed strong bearish on the euro. Okay, so we are having next leg over there, correct and breakout. Okay, so if this correction is going to push all the way back to that top up to 122.200, all right, so or as I have said, similar like the dollar index, expanding triangle formation, still there are going to be a continuation trade. Okay, but the condition for that expanding triangle for more downside is that this move shouldn't be aggressive, this move should be corrective, all right, or back to the top, slow move. Okay, not so aggressive move. Aggressive move simply going to push this pair all the way back to 23.50, and if it is going to visit those 123.50, okay, so they're going to be again a sell opportunity for longer term, as I said, from wedge. Okay, so dollar chief, so we are looking dollar chief to reverse for longer term from these lows all the way back to 95. Again, go back to the logic, all right, you are going against the central banks, okay, means counter trend trade. And when you are looking for a sell, means that you are going with the previous trend, okay, selling at the bottoms. Okay, so dollar chief, you know, similar kind of pattern formation which I have just shown, but slightly different. Okay, so triangle, not expanding triangle, but triangle, that triangle to test that low, all right, and keep pushing higher. Okay, breakout and keep pushing higher all the way back to that trend, breakout and continue for reversal. If not, then another leg lower. So last week, if you guys remember that, I have shown you an expanding triangle formation over there, okay, for another leg lower. Okay, so we went short for, you know, some of our members went short for that from these areas, all right, and short-term profit or break-even trade, that wasn't the, you know, we can say that a big opportunity. Okay, but trade with the previous trend, short-term trade with the previous trend, okay, which can push up to that low. So same again, okay, very much like previous week, you are looking for short-term continuation with the trend, okay, and when it tests the previous low or the triangle which I have just shown, then longer term reversal. Okay, so it is also forming, you know, you are having that pattern not just on this chart, you are having that pattern almost across the market. Okay, that, and what you call that, head and shoulder formation. Okay, and that's your neckline, and this might be a reversal on the dollar across the market. Okay, so aggressive breakout means that your head and shoulder formation pattern is going to play out. Okay, so you're having that across the market, not just on this chart. If I'm going to look at the euro dollar, okay, so you're having that formation too. All right, so head and shoulder formation is in play, not just on the dollar chief, it's across the market. So if I'm gonna look at the New Zealand dollar, it's a similar formation you are having on the lower time frame. Okay, so it's a sign for the dollar strength. Okay, so if neckline break, which is just trying on, some pairs have already gone, all right, and some pair are still testing the neckline. Okay, so dollar index, you see that head and shoulder formation too. All right. So dollar sheaf. Okay, so dollar sheaf triangle, which has just shown. First of all, looking for short-term continuation trade back to the bottom, and if it goes, then all the way back to these lows. Okay, this. Okay, but when you go for that trade for this sell, okay, make sure you understand that you're selling at the floor, selling at the bottom, looking for continuation trade. You are not looking for big trade. Okay, so you're make sure you take your profit on time. All right, and reversal on the dollar sheaf. Okay, so same goes with the dollar, Kiwi dollar wedge. All right, and interesting thing on the New Zealand dollar is that the extreme price level we are expecting on this is 76. All right, and longer term reversal on this chart from 76. Yeah, so if you look at the historical price charts, all right, so in Kiwi goes higher quicker than the other currencies, okay, and also goes lower quicker than the other currencies, okay, so which means that it is coming close to its extreme levels. All right, extreme levels means that we may see reversal on the Kiwi. All right, we may see reversal or sideways market on a monthly time frame chart. Okay, so sideways market means that price can stay within these areas. Okay, so 76 to 55. All right, 76 to 55. So longer term sideways market. So again, what opportunity is going to be over there? Go back to the basics. Longer term, you are looking for counter trend trades on it, and short term you are looking for continuation trade with the previous trend. Okay, so there are going to be a lot of potential opportunities once they're going to be, once fundamentals going to improve for the dollar, or we can say that when Fed going to start looking to go for tapering. All right, so then there are going to be a lot of potential opportunities on the dollar. All right, so we got a next leg lower. Okay, so chart is very much same like the others, like the euro dollar. Okay, so you're looking for correction over there again, very much similar like the previous week. All right, and ABC move, go back to the trend line, not a bounce off again. Okay, bounce off means that previous trend still intact, and next week going to be important for the dollar pairs. All right, so there's going to be uncertainty in the US during the Biden inauguration. All right, and if things are going to get worse in the US, we may see some strength on the dollar, okay, and weaknesses on the equities. And if things are going smooth, okay, no uncertainty at all, okay, then we may see bounce off. Okay, then dollar can get weaker. Next leg bounce off, as I'm saying, we can see bounce off for the next leg. All right, why we have seen weaknesses on the risk on assets, or strength on the safe havens last week, because there were some bad news for the COVID vaccine on Friday that was driving the dollar lower. All right, sorry, dollar higher and risk on assets lower. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, and as I said, we got next leg lower there. Okay, so another correction to form over there, and this to go all the way up to 70. Okay, so 70 is a good target, and going to be a decent trade. Okay, but make sure you you wait and watch and understand that correction before you start selling this to all the way back to that low. All right, so bounce off, simply going to go for next leg. So we are not looking at right now, as I said, head and shoulder formation is over there, which means that we may see bigger correction all the way back to that trend line, or maybe up to 68 area. So we'll see how this pair gonna develop. Okay, but correction for next week, and continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so pound dollar chart I have shown at the start. We are having weaknesses on the pound dollar from the top. Chart is very much same and clear. Okay, so correction over there, correct and drop. Okay, so we have seen, and then from bottom we may see a buy opportunity. Okay, so as I said, the Friday market closed strong bullish on the dollar, and some pairs closed another leg lower. Okay, I mean like pound dollar closed bearish leg. All right, so correct over there. All right, and this trade. Okay, if this move is not coming over there, I mean this correction is not coming over there, okay, then pound to go back up simply back to that top, okay, then again you are looking for this to go down from that top. Price slightly can go beyond 37, okay. If it is going beyond 37, it doesn't matter. You're looking for a sharp sell from the pound dollar, from the, let's say if it is going up to 138, all right, 138, 138.50, 139. So you're looking for this to drop. It is struggling, okay. It is going higher, slowly going higher, but it is struggling. Pound is simply struggling over there, okay, which means that it can fall deeper up to 130, all right, 130. Right now market is expecting that we're gonna have deeper pullback on the dollar, all right, because 10-year yield is pushing higher. The higher the yield goes means that good for the dollar, okay. The higher the yield goes means that investors are expecting that we're gonna have inflation, all right, okay. And higher inflation means that Fed may move away from their current loose monetary policy, okay. They can stop buying the bond, okay, because higher yield can force them to take action, okay. What they can do, either they can go for the interest rate hikes or they can buy more bonds, all right, to push yield lower, all right. So either they can buy more bonds to push yield lower, close to their close to 25 basis point, or they can simply go away, all right. I mean, go away means that they can go for the tapering, all right. If they're going to go for the tapering, then market going to expect higher yield, all right. Market going to expect higher inflation, or market going to expect interest rate hikes, okay, which is going to be good for the dollar strength, all right. So it's important that how Fed is going to do for the dollar, okay. So you're looking for a correction and another leg lower. Dollar yen, okay. So last week I have shown you the daily time frame chart, daily or maybe weekly, okay. So that hasn't changed. This is going to stay there for a couple of more weeks to months, okay. So price is still running within that wedge, okay. And longer term, that wedge to break out, and short to medium term, you are still running within that wedge, okay. That hasn't changed, okay. So we still can see another leg lower, as I have explained, okay. If inflation is going to yield, okay, 10-year yield is going to push higher aggressively, and how Fed is going to react to that, either they are going for the tapering, okay, which is going to be good for the dollar, okay. Then we're going to see aggressive breakout. And if they are going to be more dovish to push the yield lower, all right, then we may see another leg lower, okay. Right now market is not expecting another leg lower on the dollar, okay. Market is expecting a deeper pullback on the dollar, and that's what our pattern and price action is telling us that, okay. So what you are looking on the dollar yen, the dollar yen is trying to form a triangle over there, okay. It is trying to form triangle formation over there, okay. And when price is going to come close to 103.50, you're looking it to hold that price and go back up at least up to this previous top next week, 104.40, all right, or 104.50. So how are you gonna trade is the question, okay. So how you gonna trade is the question. So if I'm gonna look at this chart, all right, so this chart, okay, so it's too old. I mean, it was in October 19. All right, so we're gonna have a chart before that. Let me check at the 8 hours, or maybe daily time frame. Today, let's try in today. There you got. Okay, so we were looking for this to hold that bottom and go back up. And what price did? Price bounced off nicely. Yeah, so all these analyses were there on lower time frame. Bounced off nicely and reversed. So these kind of trades are, you are looking right now on the dollar yen. Okay, when it was, it bounced up from the bottom and then reversed, okay. There you got the expanding triangle formation and these areas. So next leg higher over there, okay, or that leg, okay. all these are updates are there. Okay, and there you got the right chart. Okay, that next leg. Hopefully you got the idea. Triangle formation is appearing over there, and you are looking that triangle formation to hold. Okay, so this triangle formation, or that was, you can say that simple ABC move. All right, there what I was showing. Okay, before that I was showing this on lower time frame, 1 minute time frame, and the next was that. Okay, so that kind of move. So if I'm gonna go to the current time frame, every time and you see that those kind of corrections are appearing over there on the dollar again. Okay, so you're looking those corrections to hold and break out that wedge. Okay, but when you're gonna go for those buyers, okay, make sure you understand that your risk and your stop loss is well placed over there. Okay, because price still can fall back to 103, 102, 300. Okay, so what I'm saying, in other words, you're looking price to break out and continue to go higher or fall back within that low. All right, and you're looking to trade to buy somewhere there within these areas. Okay, and stop behind that. If it is breaking lower, okay, then let the price come close to these lows again. Okay, this shouldn't be your trade for next week. Okay, but if it happens, okay, this should be your trade for longer term. Okay, this is not your trade. Okay, so if you are looking to sell the dollar again, you should already be into the sell from those areas. Okay, now you are not looking for the sell from these areas for the downside. Okay, because it is setting up for a triangle which can break up aggressively for upside. Okay, so on a lower time frame, price is not so aggressive. It still can fall back to the previous bottom. All right, so a nice 15-minute correction over there. Okay, that correction to appear over there and break out. If not, then tag these lows. Okay, and these lows to hold. As I said before, if you remember, 103, 103.50, these areas are good to watch on the dollar yen. Yeah, and if it goes to yeah, if you remember that. Okay, I have shown you, you know, all these areas to look for it to bounce off. Okay, so go trade these moves. Okay, not these moves, trade these moves. Okay, these moves, because these moves are going to give you longer term reversals. Okay, where you can hold your trade for much longer term and for a bigger return. Okay, that's the dollar yen chart. When you go along, make sure you understand that it still can break down. We are still within the wedge. So Australian dollar US dollar chart is very much same like the others. Okay, so trying to reach to 80 as much quicker as it can. Okay, so as said, if Fed is going to create bubble in the market, okay, then this pair gonna run much, you know, much stronger than the others. Okay, and can go easily up to 97 or $1 areas. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame right now, what you are looking it to at least drag next week up to these areas, 70, 75 areas, at least up to these areas, 75 areas. Okay, or simply just, again, same analysis, guys. Okay, correct over there, as said on the other pairs. Okay, so correct over there and break down aggressively, go up to 75. Okay, if correction is not appearing over there, make sure you understand two things. I'm using two words very, you know, consistently. Okay, bounce off, all right, and correction. Okay, these two behaviors are really important. Okay, so bounce off gonna go with the previous trend. Okay, this trend gonna stay. There is the bounce off. All right, that's the bounce off. Let me go to on a slightly bigger. Let me zoom in. All right, so there you see bounce off. Okay, next leg, bounce off. All right, so bounce off, next leg. So you see those bounce off keep coming over there like those bounce off. Okay, so trend is intact. Okay, so Australian dollar is not going to drop. All right, and when you see these kind of corrections are appearing over there, okay, then the breakout is going to come. All right, like that breakout. So again, nice correction over there, similar like that previous one. Once you see that is going to happen, okay, you're looking it to go up to 75. So make sure you understand that when you go short against the Australian dollar, I mean, you sell the Australian dollar against the dollar. Australian dollar is still a strong currency. Okay, it is still a strong currency, but still behind than the euro. Okay, because euro went lower quicker than the Australian dollar, right? The Australian dollar is still, trying to fall, or trying to find a top over there. Okay, so what you have seen on other pairs, head and shoulder. Okay, you see that the left shoulder. Okay, you see the head. Okay, so where the right head is forming on this chart. Okay, so close to the head. Okay, means that this currency is still strong against the dollar. All right, and risk accordingly. Okay, so correct, keep dropping, dragging lower. All right, or hold the bottom. Okay, bounce off. Okay, so buy, stop, correction, continue back to that top or next leg over there. So we are looking this to hold the top rather than going for the next leg. Again, same, go back to the basic logic, okay, which I have just explained at the start. All right, what trade you are looking? Either you are looking for short-term continuation, or you're looking for counter trend trade, going against the trend, looking for reversal. Just understand that before you get into the market. Okay, understand that and use risk accordingly and get into the market accordingly. All right, so dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD is also same, strong bearish, and strong bearish trend we are having over there. And as I said, it still has the potential to go all the way back to 120. All right, so it can go up to 120. So when you go for buy on the dollar CAD, make sure you understand. Okay, I'm saying again these words. Okay, and make sure you understand that. Okay, if you're buying the dollar is in a strong bearish trend. We are looking for dollar to reverse for longer term. Okay, because when you're gonna go with the trend, you're gonna get short-term profit or small trade with the previous trend. But when you're gonna go against the trend, obviously there's gonna be higher risk. Okay, but when market gonna reverse, you're gonna get rewarded more than the trade you were, you're gonna look for with the previous trend. Okay, for short term. Yeah, so going against the trend, always going against the trend, gonna bring more reward. Okay, but risk gonna be tremendously high. And when you're gonna go with the trend, okay, you can get the return, but that return not gonna be according to the reversals. All right, so we mostly look for reversals. That's the reason. Okay, we see those waves. Okay, so you just look at that. When we were trying to counter that, it was so strong and was just keep rising. Okay, and some people were not daring to go short on the dollar CAD at that time, and it was just keep rising. And now look at that, where it is going right now. So that's the logic behind. Okay, so when you go against the trend, you get more. Okay, obviously risk is there, but when you go with the trend, you get short term. Okay, so the important thing is to understand that which levels we can see reversals. When dollar CAD was hitting 146, at that time oil was negative, all right, or close to 1. So you can expect oil to stay below 1 or close to 1 or even close to 10 for longer term. All right, you can expect that. Obviously oil gonna oil not gonna stay there for longer term. Oil has oil already reversed. Okay, now trading above 50. And that single piece of information was enough to sell the dollar CAD, all right? Because CAD is commodities, oil currency. And as long as oil is rising, okay, so CAD gonna keep rising, okay? And oil cannot keep rising, all right? Okay, oil cannot keep rising. Why oil is rising now? Because OPEC countries, holding supply, all right? Why they're holding supply? Because they want higher oil prices. When they're going to be higher oil prices, what they're going to do, all right, supply going to be normal. When supply going to be normal, then automatically you're going to see weaknesses on the CAD, all right? You're going to see strength on the dollar. So it still can keep pushing lower because we are still having $15 to $20 move left on the oil. Yeah, it can drop up to 120, means that another 700 pip move can appear over there. So go against the trend accordingly. All right. So if I'm going to look at the daily time frame, our chart is very much same like the last week. we are looking it to go back up to 137 and 135 area. So same analysis, you know, like others, because not exact you know, head and shoulder formation over there, but yes, it's trying to form that too. Okay, so you're looking at 15-minute correction over there next week, and when you see, yeah, 1 hour, yeah, 30 to 1 hour time frame correction gonna be enough for over there. And once that correction gonna appear over there, okay, so you're looking as much deeper as it goes. Okay, so you're looking that to break out and continue to go higher. All right, breakout, continue to go higher, or drop for another leg lower back to that low or new low. Then again, very much same like dollar yen analysis. Okay, looking for counter the moves from the lows. Okay, so you start looking for, yeah, correction is already trying to appear over there. Okay, so this ABC move to get slightly deeper over there. Okay, and then this correction to break out. So you're gonna see break up on this chart very soon. Okay, when oil gonna finish its move, then dollar gonna start pushing higher against the CAD. Okay, as long as oil is getting strong and CAD can stay, you know, bit weaker, but still counter trend trade gonna be much better as with compared to going with the trend for 50 or 30 bit moves. Okay, so pound CAD chart you guys have seen, nice chart was that. Okay, so we got the drop over there on this chart. Okay, so for next week you're simply looking this to keep dragging lower. So there is a bigger, you know, triangle, not expanding triangle, but triangle formation. So price is staying within that you know, triangle. Okay, so we are looking that move on that triangle. Pound CAD to at least visit that low. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, price already went lower from the top, and for next week you are looking simply that expanding triangle to continue to keep dragging lower all the way. First of all, you're looking that to drag up to this low. All right, and this triangle. Okay, so we went short on this chart multiple time. All right, we were looking this to drop from there, then looking for this to come back up to that high. Okay, and then drop there. Okay, this move did not happen, but happened slightly slower than expectations. Okay, and then dropped over there. So you can get these charts on my you know, Twitter or Telegram. So these charts are already posted over there. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, same, you know, like last week, or the chart which I have just shown over there. So this correction to break out, yeah, form new low. All right, or simply keep pushing lower very aggressively like that. Okay, if not, then simply go back up for another leg higher. All right, this counter trend move over there. Okay, and once price tag that high, just watch it to continue to go lower. In case if price is going to visit that top again, there's going to be a sell opportunity, guys, like last week. Pound chief, very much same analysis. Okay, triangle formation. All right, but that triangle formation can break up. All right, that triangle formation can break up. So you're looking that trade. All right, and when you are looking for that trade, make sure you understand that it can break out. It can break up for another leg higher. So let's straight away go to the lower time frame. Nice price section is over there. This correction to form over there, and then just simply drag lower, break down. Okay, and we were looking for this to break down last week. Okay, reverse from that top. Okay, we got a nice sharp sell, then 100% reversal like the pound dollar chart, and then aggressive drop. So correction is trying to appear over there. You're looking that to complete and drop. Okay, or test that top. So this is still a correction for more upside. All right, this is still a correction for more upside. Okay, that leg. So make sure you understand that. All right, so you get into the trade on a nice correction over there. Okay, correction is already trying to appear over there, and that can 100% trace all the way. So simply from the top, you're looking it to go lower. Yeah. So pound yen is also very much same, like yeah, patterns very much same across the market. So shown you, these two triangles last week. Within that triangle, we still can see another leg lower, but longer term reversal. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, okay, so very much same analysis, but price slightly has gone beyond this previous top on this pound chart. Okay, so correct over there. Okay, correct, and this trade. All right, correct and go down. Okay, if correction is not coming over there, then simply bounce off another leg higher, and then again you're looking at the drop from the top or new high. Okay, so if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, we were looking for this to drop too last week. We got the drop on this chart. We got the nice correction on this chart as with compared to the pound chief, okay, or the pound dollar chart. Nice correction, nice drop, next leg, so another correction to form, just break down. Okay, if correction is not coming, bounce off, slowly push up like that. Okay, and then again from this previous top or new high, this trade is possible. Okay, another leg possible, but we don't see that trade right now, so that's why I'm not showing. So if you see price action for that, you can trade. Okay, but make sure you are buying at the top. So Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is just keep rising. Okay, so just keep rising. So last week we were expecting it to go for triangle, we didn't see that. Okay, we are just having strength on this chart. So let's go back to the weekly time frame chart. Let me show you the opportunities in making for coming days. What we were looking for on this chart when it was testing 110, we were looking for this to go down. So we got a nice weekly drop over there up to 104, and then we got a bounce off. Okay, so I think I have share charts on Telegram. Let me check if I do get those charts. Let me check quickly. So those charts I was trying to share. I think I haven't shared those charts on the Telegram, so maybe on Twitter. Okay, so again, it's coming close to the 110. Okay, that's gonna be a longer term trade again after having some price action over there at close to 110. Yeah, but right now trend is strong for upside, so you don't have a high potential opportunity on this chart right now, but it can form. Okay, it can form because price is coming close to the top. It can form. All right, it can reverse even without hitting 110. Right now we are not looking for reversal, we are looking for weaknesses on the New Zealand dollar quicker than the Australian dollar. Okay, if New Zealand dollar keeps dropping lower as I have shown you, okay, then this pair is not going to drop. This pair going to keep pushing higher, maybe slightly can push beyond 110. So don't rush for reversal on this chart. Okay, last week I was showing for an expanding triangle formation. Okay, but we didn't see that. Okay, we are just having a tiny corrections over there, and prices just keep rising. So that trend can stay over there for a while. Okay, that trend, price can keep pushing higher. So in simple words, you are waiting, simply not doing anything in this chart. Okay, you are waiting for that 4-hour time frame pullback, and then that to continue to go higher, or sharp aggressive sell. Okay, if sharp aggressive sell comes out over there, means that strength on the New Zealand dollar is going to come over there. All right, then you're gonna see this kind of price behavior. Okay, aggressive correction and then start selling it, but before selling it, wait for the aggressive sell. If it comes, you're looking for sell. If it is not coming, price is correcting, one more leg. Okay, so there is no opportunity right now. Okay, but can form during the week. Okay, so Chief Yen was also a good chart last week. We were looking for this to go lower. I have shown you. Okay, I haven't shown you, in the weekly market outlook clear trade setup over there. I was just, showing you wait for another leg over there and then drop. So we were selling this last week within these areas. Okay, and charts are there in our group. So that's like we are selling since price was tagging these highs. Okay, since that wedge is there, very much similar like the euro dollar. So selling there since then. So selling and looking for this to go down for longer term, selling within these areas. Okay, so selling again, you know, at these areas last week. So some good short-term opportunities were there on this chart. Okay, but this chart still staying close to the weekly high at 117.60. It's a good price to watch. Okay, but when you're gonna go for a short, make sure you understand that don't over risk on this chart. There is no hard and fast or fixed rule which you can say that price cannot break the resistance and support. Okay, so currently it is trying to hold that resistance. Okay, 118.50. Okay, but it can break out. The reason we are having a strong trend on this chart for upside since 2000, all right, or maybe before 2000. This is a strong trend for upside. Okay, and this is a resistance which is being respected on this chart since 2017. Okay, but price still can break out and slightly can go higher, but longer term trend is still bearish. Okay, longer term trend on this chart is still bearish. It's it's dropping from around 400. All right, so right now it is 116.50. okay, the longer term trend is bearish, but 117.50 area can break out. Okay, so what's next? Those who got the trade, those who are into the trade, yeah, so you're looking for this to at least go up to 113, all right, 113 or 114 areas, these areas. Okay, 114 areas like last time. All right, so if you are not in, you are simply waiting for a correction or price to go at least up to 120 per short. All right, so guys, I'm not looking at your comments. All right, so I'm just simply looking at the market. So let me finish the analysis and then we're gonna look at your comments. All right, okay, so we're gonna look at the crypto market as well. Crypto market mostly see strength on the cryptocurrencies during December. All right, December is a good month for the cryptocurrencies because most of the assets start goes sideways. Yeah, you don't see active trading on the before after 20 December. Yeah, during holidays you see strength on the cryptocurrencies. Yeah, and you have seen Bitcoin has performed well over the weekend. Okay, so another correction to form over there and then drop. Okay, that trade next week, this correction after having that correction. If that correction is not coming, then you already missed the trade from there. Okay, let that to keep dragging lower and that from that bottom to go for the flat formation or just keep dragging lower. Okay, the way my structure or arrows are showing you. All right, okay, so if deeper pullback is coming, okay, so you're looking for sell. All right, so Chief Yen was a good chart. Okay, still a good chart. Euro Yen was a good chart too. Okay, so that's the chart. Bigger time frame chart, we still can see another leg higher up to 128. We are not anticipating right now. Okay, but that can appear over there. Okay, not expecting that. We are simply looking for a deeper pullback. Okay, so nice correction over there. Nice, when I say nice, means nice. Okay, that nice correction gonna confirm that this leg is not coming and we are having more downside. Okay, so if you got the trade from the top, great. Okay, so you did an excellent job from that top. Okay, so if you miss the trade from the top, all right, you may be biting your hands that why you missed that chart. Okay, because this chart is a nice chart to sell all the time. All right, so for now you are simply looking for a correction over there. Okay, and that correction too. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the 2-day chart, okay, so we all the time go for sell. Okay, so we got the sell and we were looking for it to keep dragging all the way back to that low, but still we got a good decent move over there from 127 to 121. All right, 121. So same again. Okay, so 127 to at least go up to 120, 122 areas. Okay, so what next? Okay, so correction, drag. Okay, so if correction is not coming, then go back up, no worry, then again looking it to drag lower. Okay, so on lower time frame, as I said, on Friday market closed strong bearish, and bearish on the risk on assets. All right, and for next week you're looking a nice correction over there. Okay, nice correction, not bounce off. Okay, not bounce off, nice correction over there. Okay, and then it to continue to keep pushing lower. Yeah, or wait for my update. If I'll see correction is forming over there, I'll try my best to post that chart for you guys. Okay, for that, just simply click on the following button. All right, so follow me for updates. So the Kiwi Cad, very much same analysis. This chart is going to offer you a nice, good longer term sell opportunities. It's coming close to 1. One is still far away, almost 1000 pips away from 1. Okay, but history shows that this pair never remain above 1. Okay, never remain above 1. So the higher the price goes on this chart, okay, so look for sell. Simple analysis. Whenever price push up on this chart goes higher, okay, just simply sell this chart. All right, so for last week I was asking you to look for correction over there on lower time frame. Okay, so same analysis. Okay, that's the bigger structure. This structure is not going to change anytime soon. Price can stay within that, you know, for longer term. Yeah, what it can do, it can form higher high. Okay, like I mean, price can go slightly higher. Okay, like that. I mean, but this price, yeah, gonna stay within that channel. This channel, ascending channel. All right, and the degree gonna drop. Okay, whenever you're gonna see that the degree is dropping, all right, I mean it's turning into a wedge, something like that. Okay, then you're gonna see that the reversal is going to come. Okay, angle is dropping from top, then you're gonna see that the reversal is going to come. Okay, so for next week, chart is very much clear which way you are looking. Another correction like last week. All right, so last week what I was talking about on this chart, yeah, so correction and then drop. Okay, so there was a possibility last week for this pair to go for another leg higher back to this top. Okay, but we were not looking that. We were looking for this expanding triangle formation, and the expanding triangle formation to hold at this area and give us a sell opportunity, short-term sell opportunity. Okay, we are having that opportunity right now. Okay, and I'm showing same opportunity again. Okay, so another correction or an expanding triangle formation. All right, okay, hold that. All right, hold that and go for the next leg. Correct, go for the next leg. Okay, so if breaking, not forming that, if breaking, no need to panic. Okay, so all these tops are good to look for it to drop. All these top, wait for the price action and sell it. Wait for the price action and sell it. They're going to be a good, decent opportunity. You know, these charts are less risky. All right, low volatility, less risky, and high probabilities. Okay, high probabilities to be successful to gain trades from these charts. All right, hopefully you understand that. Okay, so you're going to trade on more volatile, and you don't know how to volatile assets, and you don't know how to deal with the volatility. Okay, so you may lose. Yeah, you may lose your capital. So if you are struggling, yeah, so try to trade on those assets which are less volatile. Okay, so these days volatility is above 20. Yeah, VIX index is above 20. Yeah, and in the Forex market you see move, you know, 50, 60 or even 100 pip move. I mean 100 and 150 pip move is just nothing. All right, so price can move 100 to 150 pip move within minutes to hours. Okay, because there is volatility in the market. All right, so understand that. Okay, so Australian dollar is still reversing from the lows. All right, so since March, so it has the potential to go slightly beyond 1. Yeah, it can go up to 103, 105, but again, longer term gonna be reversal. Okay, we are coming back within a bigger sideways market on these charts. Okay, the higher these pair goes, okay, means that longer term sell opportunities are forming over there. All right, and when pulling back with the previous trend means that continuation trade. Okay, this move can happen. We are not anticipating right now. We are anticipating this pair to at least tag within these areas. Okay, so within 95 areas. So as I said, Australian dollar is still a strong currency. Yeah, hasn't moved a lot on Friday because of the bad news which hit the market. Okay, so simply correct over there, all right, and break down. Yeah, so clear analysis. Correction was already there. Okay, correction was there, expanding triangle was there. Okay, broken down, but move was pretty slow. So okay, so form another one similar like that. Okay, hold the trend, okay, and then break down. Okay, if not forming, testing that top, all right, so you're looking it to go down. All right, so that's the Australian dollar and Euro New Zealand dollar, as I said. Okay, so it's a bit risky pair to trade these days. Okay, but again, it's a longer term trend. A trend is bullish on this chart. Okay, so on the Euro New Zealand dollar chart, longer term trend is strong bullish. So very much same analysis like New Zealand dollar chart. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this as an inverted chart, okay, so this is the analysis. Okay, and if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame analysis, all right, so we got a nice sharp move over there. Okay, we were anticipating, we got that. Okay, now correct and drop. Okay, if correction is not coming, another leg higher. Okay, another leg higher within that channel. Okay, reversal formation. Okay, and then again drop from the previous top or bottom, right, or bottom or new low. All right, so simply for another leg lower, just go down. Okay, and then again, so that's the structure. Okay, that's the structure. Go back to the trend price to go back to the trend line. Okay, so what I've said, nice correction over there. Okay, so nice correction breakout. Let me check if I do have on previous chart. Okay, so we haven't let me check if I do have. No, I have an update over there, sorry. So correction over there. Okay, so go back to the trend. Just yes, the same analysis. This is also a longer term bearish chart. So KV Chief is not struggling. All right, so we can say that it's just simply dying against the chief. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this New Zealand dollar and gonna go to the chart. Okay, so if you are not having access to the longer term price charts, then you can go to this website. All right, so FX Top, and you can get longer term charts from there. Okay, so just look at this. So let's go back to the 1953. All right, and let's look at this. You see there, this chart is just simply struggling. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, introduced in 1967. Yeah, I think 1967, and the price was around 6.07. Since then it is just dropping. Okay, and close to 55 now. Huge trend. Okay, so you see that trend in the stock market. Stock market is just going higher, and this is going down. Why that is happening? Because chief is playing as a safe haven. Whenever something happens in the world, all right, so people goes to the safe havens. Okay, so longer term bearish trend and the short term pulling up from the bottom. All right, a weekly move is just happening over there. So yeah, so another correction like the Kiwi Cad, all right, and then drop all the way back to these lows or much low. Okay, at this area up to 60. Okay, and if correction is not coming, just simply go back up for another leg. Okay, and then again drop. So longer term trend. What is the longer term trend, guys? Okay, so those who see that the prices are reversing right now from the lows after forming lows, these are pullbacks, or these are weekly corrections. Right, so what is the longer term trend? It's dropping since when it was $6 against the chief. Since then it is just dropping. Okay, so we have just witnessed the historical new low on this chart on 16th of March. Okay, so it still can keep dragging lower. So Kiwi Chief and Kiwi Yen, nice chart. Okay, same goes with this chart. All right, same goes with this chart. Just simply just type it over there, JPY. See there, it's dropping from 503 since 1961. Okay, and tagged 42. So which currency is struggling? Kiwi is struggling, all right? So yen is not struggling. So what it is doing right now on a weekly time frame, it's pulling back, all right? On a weekly time frame, it's pulling back. And what you should do, what is the trend now? What is the trend now, guys? Okay, that's not the trend. Okay, that's not the trend. That's the intervention from the central banks, all right? So central banks were trying to deceive the market, all right, by you know, dragging their interest rates lower, all right? And or we can say that this is artificial move which has been created by the central banks. Okay, so what is the trend? The trend is the strong bearish which you are having since last 70 years. All right, almost 70 years. Okay, so what are you gonna do now? So as I have already shown you that chart, okay, that chart, and okay, these trades. So what we're gonna do now, so there is a very nice structure, very nice formation. Okay, price is somewhere there right now. Okay, so again, bounce off. Okay, so bounce off, correct, go back up, and again drop. Okay, so this trade is still can appear over there. Okay, bounce off is not coming, correction is coming over there. All right, so correction. Okay, so set the trend and draw. What is the trend? Is that the trend? No, that's not the trend. All right, so the trend is the bearish, okay, which is there since 1953. All right, so 1953 you are having bearish trend. So this is a pullback. Weekly pullback means that every time when you see that the price is forming new highs, means that it's creating sell opportunities. Okay, so last week what I was talking about on this chart, what I was asking you to look for, obviously you should be cautious, you should be careful. No need to jump into the market when it is not ready. Okay, last week when I was asking you to look for this, it was bearish, strong, I mean bullish within that channel. All right, so for next week you are looking another pullback over there, similar like that. Okay, when price come close to the trend line breakdown, okay, same trade like this previous one, put your stop behind that and look for this to drop. Okay, back to within these areas or up to 70 areas. Okay, so let's go to the lower time frame. Correction needed for sell. First of all, price is still bearish. Okay, if bounced off, all right, I mean bounced off aggressively, okay, then correct and then keep pushing higher all the way back to that top. Okay, that trade is tradable. Okay, that trade is tradable, guys. For price action is required over there for that. Okay, we are currently not looking, not expecting, we are expecting similar kind of correction. All right, nice correction and just simply break down. Yeah, so this chart also closed bearish last week on last Friday. This chart also same. Yeah, if you're gonna go there and you're gonna pull out Australian dollar, all right, so Australian dollar, and same goes with this chart too. It's dropping when since 400, all right, since 1977, strong bearish. All right, so what you're gonna do every time when you see that it's forming new high, you're looking to counter it. Okay, right now a nice correction over there. Okay, so nice correction, breakdown, and go to these levels. All right, so go to 77.50. okay, or let me look at the bigger time frame. So again, don't forget that Australian dollar is stronger currency as with compared to the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so trade accordingly. Okay, so that's the bigger time frame. All right, so that's the structure. Okay, so same goes on this chart on a lower time frame. Go to the lower time frame, correct over there and drop. Okay, so correct over there, nice correction and breakdown. Okay, so you can put your stop behind that or within these areas when you're going to go for a shot after having that correction. Yeah, correction not appearing over there. Okay, pulling back, bounce off, correct, go back up. Simple analysis. Okay, simple and easy to understand. Okay, you are having pullbacks within the ascending channel almost across the market. All right, on this 4-hour time frame. Yeah, nothing difficult, price still can push up where my arrows are pointing. Okay, this arrow is pointing. Okay, another push up is still possible. Okay, if that's going to happen, okay, no need to surprise, right? Okay, so CAD yen is also, let me quickly check over there what this chart is doing. Highly likely this is going to be the same. Yeah, there you got same trend. Okay, so what you're going to do now on this chart, all right, so that's the reason, guys. So strategy is very simple. Strategy is very simple. What is the strategy? I have shown you these charts, all right, on historical exchange rates on you know, on this website, right? FX top. I have shown you what is the strategy, guys. So the strategy is when you see the pullbacks on the equities or dips, buy them. When you see the pullback on the yen, sell them. Okay, that's the strategy. Easy, simple, and profitable. Okay, so where you need experience, okay, you need experience when pullbacks are happening. You need experience to understand the price action. Okay, when price start to hold bottom for continuation, there you need to experience. Okay, there you need to gain experience. Okay, there where, you know, mostly people struggle. So equities form very, you know, very nice pattern to understand that for continuation. Okay, what kind of pattern you see? You see sharp sells on equities. Okay, price bounce off and then start to correct over there. Okay, and most of the time you're gonna see that equity is not gonna go beyond the lows, right? Or we're gonna look at the equities, okay, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking. Okay, so correct and drop. Okay, breakdown, continue to keep pushing lower. Okay, or another leg higher. Okay, simple analysis, same like the other yen pairs. Okay, so pound yen, what we were looking for last week, this chart to bounce off from the bottom. Okay, so it bounced off and it is also forming something like a wedge. Okay, for a reversal, like a wedge over there. So what you're gonna do on this chart? Okay, so still trend is very much bearish over there. Okay, so what we were looking for last week, this flat formation. All right, go back up to that top, and from that top to continue to keep pushing lower for another leg. All right, or continue to keep pushing higher for longer term. Okay, so same chart again, this leg. Okay, this leg all the way back to that top or longer term reversal. Okay, breakdown is possible. Yeah, we are not looking for that trade. If it comes, just simply go back to that low or new low. Okay, then again longer term reversal on this chart. Okay, so simple breakout on this chart. Okay, so you got the same move on this chart. You're looking for this to hold the previous bottom and reverse. Same wedge like the pound Australian dollar. All right, so same wedge is just appearing over there. All right, so on current time frame, price can, you know, hold that top. Okay, so we are not looking for, we are currently looking this to break out. Okay, so this to break out and continue to keep pushing higher for longer term. Yeah, if not breaking, then simply another leg back to that low or slightly new low and continue to reverse. We are not looking that trade. All right, they're just simply looking for this to reverse for longer term. Euro pound chart. Okay, so Euro pound chart, yeah, also setting up for longer term reversal. Okay, pound chip chart I have already shown, very much same. Okay, so you're looking for this to bounce off from this current price on lower time frame, correct, and go back up. Okay, back to that top or new high, and then again. Okay, so hopefully you have, you know, guys, you have you know, realize something from you know, from my weekly market outlook. Yeah, I'm not talking about the past market, all right, a lot. I'm talking about the future, what price is going to do in future. Okay, so mostly people talk about the past chart, past data. This has happened, that has happened, which is useless. All right, so tell me what is going to happen next so that I can trade in that direction. Okay, so people don't talk about that. What people talk, this has happened, there is the pin, that is the candle, and this and that, and blah blah blah. So you're gonna look at the past chart, okay, by opening the past chart, and they're gonna talk about that. Okay, so I don't do that. Okay, so I'm showing you next moves. All right, so I'm showing you which way market can go so that you can trade into that direction. Okay, so next move. Okay, don't tell me what price has done in past. Tell me what it is going to do in future so that we can trade into that direction. That's important. Okay, price has done in past, that's useless. All right, so tell me which way. Yeah, so past price behavior is not going to help me, all right, or not going to give me anything. Yeah, but future movements can give me something. So tell me. Yeah, so if you're watching or looking any analysis like that, okay, so you can ask them, show me what it is going to do in future. Okay, don't tell me what it has done. Okay, tell me what it is going to do so that you can trade into that direction. Hopefully you understand my point. Okay, so analysis is very much simple on the euro pound. It is forming a flat formation. Okay, so you're looking for price action for that flat formation. Okay, so that you can trade into that direction. All right, so this chart is still in play. All right, that chart is still in play. Okay, so that bigger flag is breaking to the downside. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay, so price is testing the bottom. Okay, so what I was talking last week. Okay, so this move to drop, test that low. Okay, yeah, test that low. So we were looking for this to drop from there in our room. So previous week. All right, so I mean previous I think on this, let me check, on 6th of January, I think. All right, so on 6th of January we were looking for this pair to drop, yeah, from there. So we got a drop on this chart from 6th of January. Okay, so now it is testing bottom. All right, testing this previous low. Okay, so there you got the correction, there you got the flag, that's the wave. Okay, so this price behavior again there. Okay, bounce off, correct, okay, go into that direction. Bounce off is not coming, you are not looking for buy simply. Okay, so if I'm gonna further to the lower time frame, price already bounced off slightly, okay, on Friday, slightly pushed higher because we have seen strength on the dollar, right? So this pair goes higher when we see uncertainty into the market. Okay, it goes lower when we see certainty into the market. Okay, there was uncertainty into the market last Friday, we have seen some bounce off. Okay, so this too, boom, continue to go higher or test that low, same like the pound shift chart. All right, so eurocad is just going down. Let me check the telegram. All right, there you got. Okay, so this pair goes down when there is certainty, this pair goes higher when there is uncertainty. All right, so we were having certainty in the market since March, it is going down. All right, and that's the move which we have seen last week. All right, so what is next week? Okay, so next week analysis is also very much same. Price is, last week I was talking about to either look for bounce off or correction over there. Okay, so we simply have seen drop over there, there was nothing. Okay, we haven't seen correction over there. So for next week it is, you know, testing that floor. Right, it is still can bounce up from that floor for another leg higher. Okay, back to that top, means that uncertainty needed over there for that move. And that structure is very much clear over there, guys. There is no, you know, complications on that structure. Okay, expanding triangle formation can appear over there. So you're looking simply a strong bounce off. There is no, okay, right now there is correction, okay, so which can keep dragging lower. So you're looking aggressive short move, correction. This pattern is very common. Okay, I asked to look for that because it's common. You all the time you're gonna see that. All right, every time before you're gonna see the reversal. All right, okay, we were looking for reversal, we got that there. Okay, we got the correction, we got the drop over there. It's a very common pattern, just need to understand that. Okay, so figure it out, that where is your reversal. When you see that the reversal is there, reversal area, when you figure it out your reversal areas, the next is the price action. Okay, there you see that same pattern is there. So same pattern you're looking, or we simply call that impulsive move at reversal areas. Yeah, we call that impulsive moves at reversal areas. Okay, so patterns tell us that what can happen, all right? And we look at the price action accordingly. And this pattern is telling us that we are still bearish. Price is still running within the previous trend, okay, and breaking lower, breaking lower, breaking lower, okay, breaking lower. Yeah, another breakout can come over there for that, for that like next leg lower. Yeah, so we are less interested within that move, even though it can happen. Okay, we are more interested into this move, sharp aggressive move to happen over there. So we are watching price action every time, and we are having new low. Our price is testing the previous bottom. Okay, so what are you gonna do on this chart? All right, so price is trying to break down that flag for next leg lower. Okay, if it comes, not interested. We are not interested for the sell side. Okay, we are more interested for the reversal on this chart from the low aggressive move needed over there for reversal. So yeah, so you're looking for that. Okay, you're looking for aggressive move. If it is not going to test the previous bottom, then just simply take off. Okay, so correct over there, breakout, go back up to that top. Okay, so it's dropping since we were looking this to go down from there. Again, we never seen reversal on this chart, or correct deeper pullback. Okay, so never seen that. It's still since then just keep going lower. Okay, going lower more than we were expecting it to go lower. All right, so this chart is also in a longer term bullish trend, as I have just shown you on the FX top. Okay, so chief, just go to the opposite direction. Okay, so struggling to push more higher. Longer term trend is very much same. Yeah, so longer term trend is bearish on this chart too, like the yen pairs, Uzi yen. Okay, so you're looking this to just same analysis. So you're looking it to correct over there. Nice correction. Okay, breakdown all the way back to that low. All right, or bounce up from the current price and another leg and again drop from the top. Yeah, so pattern simple and easy to understand. Price is running within the ascending channel on yeah, I mean, risk on currency is running within the channel against the safe on safe safe havens. All right, so correct flag formation or whatever, or flag. Okay, so just simply break down or bounce off for another leg higher, and then again you're looking to counter it. All right, so Cad chief go down. Okay, so Cad chief is just simply chart is very much clear over there. Okay, so sell setup is over there, so you're looking to go down from the previous top. Either you're looking for buy on the euro Cad, as I have shown, bounce off from the bottom and go for buy, or you're looking for sell on this chart. Okay, opposite, go opposite. I mean, don't go for buy at the same time on both charts. Okay, so euro chief, nothing new, just simply go for another leg lower. Yeah, so you're simply looking for 1089. If it is going to tag that 109, all right, this is going to be a good price to go for the short on this chart. It has already tested that, and I have shown you many times. Yeah, so you're watching these areas for this short term sell. That short term sell already happened. Okay, so if it comes there within these areas, then you're looking this to go lower. So don't buy this chart. Okay, so just simply stay bearish on this chart after having some good price action within those areas. Okay, so where you see my alarm is sitting over there. Okay, so short term stay trending bearish on this chart. Let's look at the equities. Okay, equity analysis is very much same like the yen pairs. Okay, so correct, continue. Okay, so correct, drop, and continue. All right, correct, drop, and continue. S&P 500 is also dipping. Let me go to the bigger time frame so that you guys can understand that what it is doing. Okay, it is just simply surging, right? So free money is coming into the market, and this is just skyrocketing. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, guys, on a 4-hour time frame chart. Okay, so chart is clear. Okay, yen pairs, yen to keep getting strong. Yeah, stock to keep getting strong. Simple strategy. Equities to drop, buy the dip. Yen, we are having a weekly pullback on the yen pairs. All right, and that driven by the central bank artificial pullback. We have seen bigger time frame chart, all right, since 1953 yen pairs. They are dropping since then, and the stock is rising since then, all right. So buy the dip on the stock and sell the pullbacks on the, buy the yen on pullbacks. Okay, so you're looking for this to slightly dip more lower, okay, at least up to that low, and there is the buy opportunity. Okay, hope for this to at least tag these areas. Okay, so up to 3650, and they're gonna be a buy the dip opportunity. It is still in a drop, okay, so it is still in a correction, trying to form a correction. So the deeper the price goes, better the buy opportunity gonna be. Okay, so chart is very much clear. Same goes with the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, so outclass, this chart was the first to recover than any other. Okay, so just gone very quickly. Okay, so again, understand that you are buying at the top, you are buying for short term. Yeah, you're buying at the top, you're buying for short term, not buying for longer term and taking profit on time, like the way I have shown, you know, buy the dip opportunity there. Okay, if I'm gonna, yeah, those are the trade. Okay, buy the dip short term, buy the dip opportunity, keep taking your profit off, and it's coming close to the trend lines. Okay, so the deeper the pullback goes, I'm anticipating it to go at least up to these lows again. Okay, and buy the dip opportunity. All right, so gold. All right, so gold went into correction last week. We were anticipating it to either go for a correction or bounce out from the bottom. So it is in a flat formation. Okay, so that flat formation to simply break down and test the 1750 areas, or slightly go lower than that all the way up to the trend line. Okay, trend line is 1670. So short term sell the opportunity gonna be already gone almost. All right, so if it is going to, first of all, look for short term buy the dip, not dip. Okay, so buy opportunity at the previous bottom. Okay, so you're looking for short-term buy opportunity at these areas. So watch price action over there, price to hold that low. Okay, after having some price action, put your stop behind that. All right, and you're looking for that trade. Okay, and watch if it keeps rising all the way back to that top. Okay, so first target gonna be somewhere there within these areas, 1 to 1. So look for first 1 to 1 first. All right, 1 to 1 first. If it keeps rising, yeah, extend that target there. Yeah, if it still keep rising, okay, so all the way back to that top. Okay, and okay, once price come there, okay, so you're looking for price action for this short-term trade on the gold. Okay, and a possible breakout to the downside. This is going to be a sell opportunity from 1870 all the way back to that low. Yeah, first target going to be 1 to 1, and the second target going to be within that area and all the way back to that low. Okay, so let me tell you one more thing. Yeah, if you get into the trade for buy at this area, okay, and yeah, don't manage your position and price stop you out. Okay, don't do anything. Right, leave the market simply. If price break down, leave the market. Don't do anything. First of all, get into the trade after having price action over there. Yeah, if you get into the trade without watching price action and price stop you out, okay, then simply just leave the market. Don't stay into the trade and let the price come all the way back to that low. All right, let the price come all the way back to that 1760. Okay, then again look for, first of all, 1 to 1 risk reward ratio over there from that low. Okay, the 1 to 1 risk reward ratio you're gonna lose over there. Okay, so you look for that to recover from there, from that low. Okay, and if price bounce off very aggressively like that, okay, and then go for longer term trade all the way back to top. Okay, so keep that strategy, keep that thing into your mind. First of all, get into the trade after having some nice price action. Price action is not there yet on the gold chart at that low, at that bottom. Okay, so watch it. Okay, so watch it. Okay, bounce off, correct, and go there. Yeah, so that's the gold. Same goes with the silver. Okay, so silver chart is also same. I think I don't need to talk about this chart a lot, all right, because this is also same like the silver chart is also same like the gold chart. Okay, so flat formation is there, same way, price action, bounce off, Yeah, if not bouncing off, going lower, yeah, then start looking for price action at the 2150 for buy over there. Okay, leave the market over there as I have explained on the gold chart. Bitcoin. All right, so let's look at this first. Okay, so note, trading on Bitcoin at current price levels is extremely risky, so use proper risk reward before trading on the Bitcoin. Only trade on the Bitcoin if you can handle high volatility, guys. So understand that. Yeah, if you are new to trading, if you are, just recently started trading on Bitcoin, all right, what people are doing right now, okay, because there is tremendous hype in the media that the Bitcoin is going higher. Every finance channel is just talking about that Bitcoin is going higher. Bitcoin is going higher at the 42,000, 43,000, these levels or those levels. Actually, they are telling people to take their positions away. All right, they are telling people to don't buy that assets. All right, in other words, that's what they are telling. But what people are actually taking that, people are taking that news as a buy signal. All right, because media is talking about that the Bitcoin is rising, let's put money into the account and let's buy. Okay, no, that's not the way things gonna work for you. Don't simply just follow the media. All right, they say something else but market do something else. All right, actually they are warning. All right, they are warning to the people that it can go to the opposite way. All right, so high volatility is there. If you luckily made money on the Bitcoin, all right, make sure you take that money off from the Bitcoin on time. All right, don't just simply let that profits back to the market. All right, so it was at the 40,000 last week, dropped from 42,000 to 30,000 very aggressively. Okay, so lost almost 25 to 30%, 25, I think 25% within a couple of hours. It can do that. I have said you that last week, and I'm saying to you again, it's gonna crash. All right, because it's we are not having any example, all right, of bubble better than this. Okay, this is the best example for bubble. Okay, and it can crash at any time, guys, and can crash hard. All right, so buy the dip opportunity gonna be for short term, okay, not for longer term. Buy it for short term. If it keeps pushing higher, let your profit keep running. All right, whenever you see that it's dropping, just start realizing your profit. And if you are holding Bitcoin for longer term, let's say you made your mind that you're gonna hold it for next 5 to 10 years, yeah, so it's up to you, you can hold it. All right, but if you're a short-term trader looking for short-term opportunities, yeah, so your goal should be short-term. All right, so short-term trading very much similar like the stock market. Okay, it's behaving very much similar like indices. Bitcoin is behaving very much similar like indices. Okay, dipping, respecting every single technical levels, all right, or technical indicators, and just keep rising, because it is running in a one direction. That's the reason it's respecting every single technical indicator. Okay, so that's my analysis. Still in a strong bullish trend. Correction is appearing over there. Okay, that correction can break down, can another one form over there, can break down. Okay, can another one form over there, can drag all the way back to that lower, slightly can go lower, okay, for this bigger ABC move. All right, and can continue to go higher. All right, so I'm showing you guys like a neutral analysis. Okay, neutral analysis, so not a clear directional analysis on the Bitcoin. All right, so breakout, correct, keep going higher all the way back to that top. Every time when you see that there are corrections, okay, on Bitcoin, yeah, means that you are going to see next breakout. Okay, so bullish correction. And every time when you see that there is bearish correction, okay, so there's gonna be a nice breakout lower. Okay, so there you see that correction. Okay, correction. Okay, now this correction, what this correction can do, okay, breakout for upside, okay, correct, and keep pushing higher. Okay, so sharp breakdown of that. So there are, let me make it more clear. Okay, let me make it more clear. So you see how many lines are there? 3, okay, excluding this arrow. All right, so this trend line is telling that there is a trend. Okay, there is a trend. That's the trend. Okay, correction. Okay, that's the trend. Okay, correction. What price gonna do? Okay, yeah, breakout, keep pushing higher. Okay, so breakdown of that trend line, sharp breakdown. Okay, this is actually a correction similar way you have seen there. Okay, so sharp breakdown will push this pair for another leg lower. Okay, so same simple chart, no complications are there. Okay, correction is forming for upside, and that correction is turning a bigger 4-hour time frame correction for downside. Okay, so breakout of that trend line means that another leg is going to happen. Breakout of that trend line, okay, you are going to see another leg higher. Okay, so simple analysis. So as long as price correcting for upside, short-term bullish. Okay, breaking aggressively to the downside, yeah, we are overall within that bigger correction. Okay, that bigger weekly correction which is just trying to appear over there. Not clear on this chart, okay, but going to be clear in coming days. Yeah, so on this daily chart you can see oil buy the dip. Okay, buy the dip opportunity. I'm going to show you on a lower time frame. Okay, so buy the dip opportunity at that trend line, clear chart. Okay, so UK oil buy the dip opportunity. Okay, so clear chart at that trend line. Okay, so target is 65 on these two. Natural gas and neutral analysis, not a best chart at the moment. Okay, natural gas is not a best chart, but natural gas prices are rising in the Europe, very aggressively rising in the Europe and in Japan. All right, making history, historical tag in historical price levels. But Henry Hub is not doing anything. Okay, because there is a lot of demand. So this can also follow that. This can spike too, guys. But we are currently neutral on this. Yeah, but neutral bullish. All right. So copper. All right. So copper to stay trending and form an expanding triangle. Okay, one more leg lower, test the previous bottom and continue the trend. If I'm gonna look at the Turkish lira is in a bigger correction. Okay. And the correction which I was asking you to look for since very long. Okay, so that correction is in a play. Even my structure hasn't changed. Okay, so for next update is this another correction to form, breakdown. Okay, form new low and then breakout. Okay, for upside, or just simply breakout for upside. Okay, so still bullish. So dollar and simple analysis. Okay, so we are on a bigger flag formation. Okay, same analysis like last week. All right, so dollar peso, same analysis like last week. So what it can do, it can break down, guys. Okay, so it's trying to find its bottom. Okay, it can slightly break down before going to reverse. So start looking these currencies to reverse. Okay, so start looking to dollar rand to continue with the trend. Okay, or dollar peso to continue with the trend. Okay, and Chinese yuan to reverse from current levels. Okay, people are still talking about that. This is going to go to 6 or maybe lower than 6. All right, so 6 is far away. This is also in a strong bullish trend. Okay, another leg lower and then go higher. Our strong breakout, correct, and reverse. Okay, so you look in these lows to hold. All right, so US 30, same like the others, buy the dip opportunity. Okay, US Russell 1000. All right, so buy the dip opportunity. Short-term bullish arrows are showing at least come close to the trend or slightly lower than that and continue. US Russell 2000 is just, insane. We can say that, guys. It has gained almost I think I have shown previous week as well, more than 100%. It has gained more than 100%. Okay, so it crashed up to 1960. Okay, and it is being traded at 21. Okay, more than 100%. Let's look at that. More than 100%. Okay, this is not normal. Okay, that's not normal. Okay, so it has gained 100% since it dropped at 1000. Okay, from 1700. So what you can expect from them, rise for another 100%? Of course not, and that is not going to happen. It cannot run for another, another 100%. Okay, so what it's gonna do, obviously, when Fed gonna change their policy, okay, we're gonna go back into the correction again. Okay, as long as they are dovish, as long as Fed is buying bonds, all right, and not moving towards interest rate hikes. Okay, so indices gonna stay bullish. So any dip you're gonna see on the indices, okay, gonna be a short-term buy the dip opportunity on 1 to 4 hour time frame. All right, so there you go. Okay, so pull back all the way back to the trend line, correct, and continue. So same goes with the US Russell 2000, pull back to the trend and continue. German 30, pull back and continue. All right, pull back and continue. All right, so UK 100 index, pull back up to the trend or slightly correction to get bigger. All right, so correction to get a bigger, breakout and continue. So this chart still has the potential. Okay, I was asking you to look for buy when it was close to 55 areas, right, or close to these bottoms, or that's the chart. So this chart still has the potential to go up, go beyond that high. Okay, it can catch the other indices as well. So still potential left over there on UK 100 index or 250. Right, 250 is also very much similar like that. Okay, so you're looking, this to dip up to the trend, okay, and continue the trend line. Okay, so this to dip up to the bottom, up to the previous bottom, CAC 40, all right, and go for this next leg over there. Euro stock, right, Euro 600. Okay, so dip up to the trend line or this previous bottom. Okay, next leg over there. USD 200, dip up to the bottom, up to this trend line and continue the trend. If I'm gonna go to the daily chart, there you're gonna see the killer formations. Okay, continue for the next leg. So Nifty pullback, continue the trend. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the some stock charts, all right, so bigger, deeper pullback on NEO, all right, and trend. The Xpeng, hold these floors, all right, okay, hold these floors and continue 38. Tesla, we need a correction over there. Tesla extended a lot, yeah, but it still can keep rising. Okay, but there is a correction is due over there. Okay, so correction is due. Apple, correction is just forming over there. Apple to keep pushing higher. All right, so all these big names to just slowly keep pushing higher, not so aggressively, just slowly keep pushing higher. Okay, Amazon, these lows, all right. Okay, so these big giants are not moving. Reason? Because small caps are moving right now. They made their move first. Okay, they recovered fast. All right, so just keep going higher. Microsoft also same. All right, so I'm gonna remove that. These lows to hold. All right. Nvidia, if I'm gonna remove my stuff, and simple analysis, these lows to hold. Google, okay, that low to hold. Okay, when I say that low to hold, means that you are simply looking for opportunity over there, right, like that. Okay, so 1 to 1 and next leg over there like that. Okay, so Facebook also, if I'm gonna remove that, I'm gonna remove that, I'm gonna pull out over there. So you're looking similar kind of opportunity there after watching price action over there. All right, these are a short term 1 to 1 and go all the way back to that top or new high. Zoom, same. All right, so Boeing also same. And if I'm gonna look at the, okay, so fuel cell is a good chart to watch. I think I have shown that before. Okay, and if not, then you're watching it, right? If you are trading on it, then watch it. So fuel cell is really cheap right now. Okay, it went up to 8,000 in 2000, all right, and the fuel cell energy, okay, now it is close to die. Simply you can say that, close to die. but not going to die so easily. Okay, so it remained close to 10 cent. All right, remained close to 10 cent, and now went up to 20. There was money. Went up to 20, there was money, guys. So you're looking it to pull back, yeah, within these areas again, close to 5 or 7, or dip for another time. Okay, don't chase this at these levels. Okay, don't chase at these levels. So again, this is a longer term buy opportunity, not a short term buy opportunity. Longer term buy opportunity, so trade accordingly. Okay, so it to dip all the way back to 6 or lower than 6. All right, and then 10,000. All right, or 20. So Ethereum very much seem like the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so it's turning into a similar kind of correction the way you have seen on the Bitcoin. Okay, so past chart is telling you that, guys. Okay, so you should be cautious for buying at these levels. All right, so just make sure you buy for short term at these levels, and in case if price is just rising so aggressively, you're staying in. Okay, so what is the pattern? All right, so pattern is simple, flat. All right, so simple, flat. These are the price ranges. Okay, so correction to break out, go higher, sharp sell, test that low, and then hold and continue. Okay, or keep pushing higher. So price action area is clearly over there. All right, so OITA is the chart to watch. All right, OITA is the chart to watch, but make sure you don't accumulate OITA at current levels. All right, so 50 cent is expensive price, so accumulate as much low as you can. All right, it went higher. Okay, we have seen strength on the Bitcoin. It went higher, went up to 46. All right, but did not continue the trend, so still at a good levels to watch. Okay, so the best price to accumulate is these lows. Still can test. All right, still can test these lows. Okay, all right, so these previous lows. Okay, so these previous lows are, or if it goes up to 7, so 50 is not a good price to buy. All right, or longer term. Litecoin also same analysis. Okay, if I'm gonna go to the 4-hour time frame, simple analysis, correction is over there. Okay, breakout, top, flat. All right, so flat, hold and continue to go higher or keep pushing higher. All right, Ripple, as much low as you can, get into the trade as much low as you can. Okay, there is case on Ripple from SEC. Because of that, many exchanges are delisting this, so make sure you understand that too. You understand that risk too. Okay guys, enough for the week. All right, so enough for this week. Hopefully you have learned something. So thank you for coming into the weekly market outlook. Hopefully you have seen setups. All right, and if you haven't seen setups, all right, and want to catch setups, just simply follow me on TradingView, follow me on Telegram, follow me on Facebook and TradingView. I'll try my best to keep you updated. So until next week, bye bye. Have a nice and perfect Sunday, guys. Thank you, and again, bye bye.